Rabo Liv won in Vårgårda in Sweden, but they're going to have to do a lot of work if they're going to be contenders for gold here. One of the pre-race favourites. Down to 5 riders. Katarzyna Niewiadoma at the back is the Polish rider. Talita de Jonk as well. Now, Boels Dolmans on that final 300-metre climb, and they have to keep everybody together. 4 riders there. This could be the difference between a medal or not, and a type of medal or not.
You just see Lizzie Armistead just looking behind. She's sitting in 3rd place. She knows that the rider behind her is really struggling, Ellen van Dijk, and she's just easing up. And obviously they need Ellen van Dijk to finish with them. So Lizzie Armistead just eased a little back. Great teammates, helping her to get up to the wheel. They have been setting the fastest time at the 3rd checkpoint, just to let the Brits know that Wiggle Honda were just 2.4 seconds away from Rabo Liv, so it's going to be on the balance whether Wiggle Honda can take this bronze medal.
Well, 47 minutes done for Boels Dolmans. It should be the fastest time so far. How is it going to be in relation to everybody else, though? Van Dijk back in formation and on the back of this as Lizzie Armistead tries to bring them up as well to the front. Everybody looking around, trying to make sure there are 4 riders there. It is vital that with 200 metres to go, Boels Dolmans concentrate whilst putting in that maximum effort. Van Dijk recovering somewhat. It is going to be the fastest time by a long, long way. 2 minutes, in fact, for Boels Dolmans. Is it good enough to win the World Team Time Trial Championship? We'll have to wait for that for now, though. Boels Dolmans absolutely murder the time set by 2016. 1 minute and 58 faster. And it's back to the team buzz for the girls who have been on the podium. A very good early time set, but machine-like riding from Boels Dolmans. Remember, with an early puncture for Majerus, they've kept 4 riders together during that final part of the course, and Brian Smith, that is a phenomenal performance, regardless of the outcome in terms of a medal today.
Yeah, it has to be. This is the team to beat, the Velocio SRAM. They have won it the last 3 years in a row. Can they make it the 4th? That was a valiant effort from the Dutch team with the British rider Lizzie Armistead in it. You know, real balls to kind of hang in there, and you know, they're in with a shout. You never know how Velocio SRAM are going to deal with it in the last few kilometres, because that was a difficult climb. It's 300 metres. Quite difficult, and then falls flat all the way to the finish, so you can lose 10 seconds just in that finish.
Yeah, a lot of the riders who've been out there training this week, who've been interviewed, who've been talking about the course, have all talked about that final kilometre.
Well, it looks as if they're about to sweep up one of the Orica AIS riders, so they're coming up to the 3rd checkpoint. We'll get that marked for you, but they do not look as smooth as they did in this checkpoint coming up now.
Velocio slower for the first time in this race, and the pendulum of who is the favourite here swings back towards the team that has just finished. Boels Dolmans faster towards the end, but at this point in the course, Velocio SRAM have 1 more rider than Boels Dolmans did. Will it play to their advantage? It's so tense, it's so tight. There are just 3 seconds to play with.
You got to remember that the team at the top of the leaderboard, Boels Dolmans, went through the first time check, 2nd quickest, then the 2nd intermediate, 2nd quickest, and now the 3rd time check have gone through the quickest and have set the fastest time at the finish, 47:41:94. So then you have the Velocio SRAM, the defending champions, first at the 1st checkpoint, 1st at the 2nd, slipped down into 2nd now, only a matter of 3 seconds at the 3rd time check. I think Velocio SRAM are getting a little bit slower in this course.
Well, the German team have some big stars. 3 of the team racing today won this title last season. Back with Rabo Liv.
This is the other battle. Who's going to get the bronze medal? It's between this team here, Rabo Liv, and the British team, Wiggle Honda, and it's been level pegging the whole way. The last time check, the 3rd time check, it was only a matter of 2.4 seconds between both of them.
Just 4 riders left. 59 seconds from Bulls Domans. You can forget about the win, I think, now. Talita de Jong hits the front, just behind her, Anna van der Breggen. This is Velocio SRAM. 3 German riders for the German team. Italian star, a Canadian, and a rider from Belarus as well.
They certainly don't look as smooth as they did at the start, and it's a very difficult course, and you know they're not in perfect formation, but neither were Bulls Domans. They lost a rider with a puncture, and then they lost another rider, and obviously Ellen van Dijk was really struggling in that last climb. As we see Wiggle Honda, the British team, can they get everything out in the last 150 metres and bring back a medal for the UK?
Well, it's not going to be a winning time for Wiggle Honda, but can it be a podium place? They only decided 3 weeks ago to ride this race. It's a time of 48 minutes, 45 seconds. Just over a minute down from the top time set by Bulls Domans. That, though, is a very, very good ride from Wiggle Honda, and they are in with a shout of taking a medal away. Effort measured to perfection. 4 riders across the line in unison. Wiggle Honda with the second best time so far. Richmond from the air on a beautiful sunny day.
And it just so happens that we have got to wait around about 2.5 minutes or even less to Rabo Liv. They're the next team to finish. Down to 4 as they turn right, and the road rears up for about 300 metres. Then they turn left, and it's 680 metres to the finishing line. 2.4 seconds at the third checkpoint. It's really in the balance now.
It's a big one, this, and that was our first look at the approach to that final corner from the road. So steep. Big change of gradient towards the end, and this course, even the road race course next week, is deceptive. I think there's been a lot of talk for a year about, well, it could favour a sprinter who can climb. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. There might be some surprises over the next 7 and 8 days of racing. Look at this, a huge effort to keep the 4 riders together. De Jong at the back trying to hold the wheel. Nivia Doma is the rider just in front of her. 21 is Lucinda Brandt, and Van der Breggen is leading them up. Colombian fans on the side of the road, but it's the Dutch team that has to take on this big left-hand turn and then the false flat rise all the way to the finish.
So the time to beat as they turn left now, just over 600 metres now towards the finish. 4 riders now left, the front rider just looking behind. So the time to beat for this bronze medal is 48 minutes 45 seconds, 0.87.
Somebody get that clock up. Rabo Liv approaching the line. Is it going to be good enough? 47.49. It looks pretty good this at the minute from Rabo Liv. It's going to be very, very tight on the line. 200 metres to go now. One of the finishing Wiggle riders on the left-hand side. She's going to watch the team come in to see if it's them or if it's the Dutch team that takes the medal. The clock ticks past 48 minutes. Rabo Liv with a huge effort to try and keep 4 riders together there. And here's the time difference. 48, 45, 87 is what they have to beat. I think it's just about going to be good enough from Rabo Liv for the minute. It's going to be a very, very good ride. 50 metres to go, that last effort. Gritted teeth, pain faces on, the line is crossed. 49 seconds down. They keep the lead for now, Bulls Domans, but Wiggle Honda bumped down into 3rd place as it stands. However, with Velocio to come across the line, I think Wiggle's realistic chances of taking a medal have just disappeared.
Yeah, it looks that way. Velocio SRAM still out in the road battling for, I think, silver now. Does look as if Bulls Domans may have got this one in the bag. You never know. Still in the balance. The last time check, they were 6 seconds behind Velocio SRAM were to Bulls Domans, but this is how we're sitting at the finish.
2 teams still to finish, Orica AIS and Velocio SRAM. The leaders, as it stands, are Bulls Domans of the Netherlands, the team of Lizzie Arnstead, the British rider, with Rabo Liv in 2nd, the British team Wiggle Honda in 3rd, but as it stands out there on the course, Velocio SRAM going way faster than Wiggle Honda. You expect them to be bumped into 4th. The question here is, can Bulls Domans take the gold? This is the team that can deny them.
Still just 5 seconds looking at the GPS. It was 6 seconds. They know they will be getting time checks. They're really a battle on here, and it's going to come down to that last kilometre and that last climb.
Still 5 riders together as well for Velocio SRAM. It's not as though they've been using them to perfection, as Brian has pointed out. The fluidity in the riding has disappeared somewhat in the last few kilometres, but that GPS wavering positive and negative numbers. It's +6 at the minute. They need to make it a minus number to take the win. That big climb, huge right-hand turn is approaching very, very soon.
You can just see a huge turn now at the front for their German rider Mika Kroger, and she is a powerhouse, so it does look as if they're using her up as much as possible, and she'll swing off in that last climb.
Does that mean the rest of the riders will be a little bit fresher for the climb? Is that good tactically?
Yeah, they've already decided that, and she's doing a huge turn. You can just see the speed of them at the moment, 57 kilometres an hour. And Kroger will take them into this final climb and leave the other 4 to go up the climb and take it towards the finish. It's still touch and go, but I still think that possibly Boels Dolmans has done enough.
All ready to swing right on to the 300 metres long climb of Governor Street. Great turn there from Mika Kroger. 4 riders remain for Velocio SRAM. The road starts to go uphill again. That turn to the right into the final kilometre. Can they do enough and bring back those 5 seconds on Boels Dolmans, who rode most of the race with 5 and then 4 riders?
So the time to beat 47.41.94.
The defending champions, they won in 2012 in Falkenberg. They won in 2013 in Florence. They were also winners in 2014, 12 months ago, in Galicia, northwest Spain, in the city of Ponferrada. Can they do it here in North America, in the United States? They have Orica AIS in their sights on the road. Second to last team to start. It's not going to happen for the Australians today. And look at this. They're quicker now than Boels Dolmans. 4 seconds ahead, but they have to hold it together. 4 riders there. They still continue to ride uphill. At the minute, Brian, it looks like they're pulling time out, and it looks like it could be heartbreak for the Dutch team.
It's still in the balance. It's swaying 2 and 4, and Orica AIS are really out of this, but they just have to keep concentration in a matter of 6 seconds, when just a couple of kilometres ago they were actually 6 seconds behind. But that big turn by Mika Kroger has brought it right back, and they're now in with a chance of this gold medal again.
Well, that was a tactical option that Boels Dolmans didn't have available to them, given the fact that there was a very early puncture for the rider from Luxembourg, Christina Majerus. It is going to work today for Velocio SRAM, though, as they come into that final few hundred metres. They're looking very good, they're looking fast, but they have to make sure that every rider holds the wheel. There's a couple of wheels opening up towards the back, and they can't afford that, Brian.
Yeah, it's the defending world individual time trial champion, Lisa Brunner, at the front. She's killing the 4th rider. She has to stay there. It's the 4th rider that counts.
Remember, they're looking around 47.07. They have to get over there quicker than Boels Dolmans. The finish, and we're going to get the time flashed up in a minute. You can forget about the team finishing just in front of them, Orica AIS. They cannot keep their riders together. Velocio SRAM inside the last 200 metres, but that 4th rider is swinging. That 4th rider is leaving the wheels. It's going to be tense. It's going to be tight. Oh, they've got to look for that 4th rider, who is 10 wheels behind now. Remember, 32. It's got to go across, and they've just about done it. 6 seconds. Defending champions again, and heartbreak on the podium for Boels Dolmans, who are forced down into 2nd place. Drama right to the end. It looked as though the 4th rider there was going to lose it for them. The champions for the 4th year running, Velocio SRAM.
6 seconds in the